What's up, Panko fam? In this video, I'm going over my exact chest and back routine I'm doing to build this chest and this back, as well as some tips to maximize muscle growth, some thoughts on life like how to get over heartbreak, why I love the uncertainty of success, the 3-word phrase that built me my dream life from dream physique to getting into Harvard, and more, as well as some random physique checks throughout the video and a physique update at the end. Appreciate you joining me. Let's get into it, starting with a yap from the middle of my lift.
Be chalant, be obsessed, be cringe. Go all in. They're gonna tell you to be realistic, they're gonna make fun of you for trying, they're gonna ask you about your plan B. Screw them. They don't get it. Be unapologetically you. Embrace that fire in you. You have to realize it's not that deep. You're allowed to fail. And apply this carefree fire to everything else in your life. Ask that person out and get rejected. Try something new and completely fail. Tell your friends you love them. Say what's on your mind. Never filter yourself to fit in. I don't care if it sounds corny. You should wake up excited to experience life. To try and fail. Stop being so scared. Stop caring so much. It's never that deep. And everything just adds to your story. Go all in and have some fun with it. Let's get after it.
I'm so excited for this chest and back day with you guys. I got my electrolytes. I destroy these on the cut because it's 0 calorie. It keeps me full. It tastes good. It's great. And the electrolytes like sodium is going to help with my pump. I'm also crushing the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Bar. It's so delicious. Let me know what candy or carb you want me to try next. This is so good. I'm just thinking about how grateful and blessed I am to be able to do this. I have a healthy body ready to hit a crazy lift. I got my electrolytes, my pre-workout, my cereal bar to get a sick pump. I got you guys supporting me, and I have this opportunity to get better, to get stronger, to get one step closer to that dream shredded physique for the beach. So don't think I have to work out today. Say I get to work out today. With that being said, let's take my pre-workout. I don't know, I'm just really excited. I love chest day. Of course, taking my Gorilla Mode Pre, my beta alanine for that tingly sensation, and a little bit of Gorilla Mode Nitric for a sick pump. Everyone talks about fighting demons and all that stuff in the gym, and I kind of get that for something like leg day, but most of the time, I'm just thinking about how blessed I am to have this opportunity. Like, let's go. I'm going to put on some upbeat pop music, some Call Me Maybe, some Katy Perry, I don't know. Maybe some rock, maybe some rap, whatever it is, I'm getting hyped. I'm pounding caffeine, obviously. I mean, like, the lift is the most fun part of the day. But I do get it if you're going through something. The gym can be a good therapy for sure. Caffeine to the dome, beta alanine to the dome. It's time to get to work. Today I'm starting with a lat row, 1 warm-up and then 2 sets to failure. I like to start with the lat movement on chest and back day because then when I hit my pressing movement on the Smith incline, my lats are warmed up, which can actually make your chest press movements more stable. I also want to start to prioritize my back a little more, so I've switched my routine up a little bit. If you've followed me for a while, you know my tip I give for back. Pull with your elbows, imagine your hands are just hooks attached to the weight. While I'm hitting these sets to failure, let's go over my aggressive cut. A lot of people are confused by my lack of carbs. Yes, carbs are important for energy, but more important is protein for maintaining muscle and healthy fats for maintaining hormones. Then you time your carbs right before the lift for energy and right after the lift to restore your glycogen. But overall, the aggressive cut is supposed to be short term. Yes, you cannot and should not eat how I am on an aggressive cut 365 days a year. That's why I have lean bulk phases where I focus on gaining muscle. And the idea of an aggressive cut is very short term. You can lose fat very fast. If you do it correctly, you lose a ton of fat very quickly without losing any muscle. So I will soon add back calories. And I'm still feeling great. The set is going very well. I'm gonna put the sound on for the last few reps of me pushing to complete failure. Something I've started doing every day that's changed my life is texting a friend to ask them how they're doing, especially an old friend I haven't talked to in a while. And the crazy thing is, every time they're like, oh, what's up, bro? What's wrong? What do you need? And I'm like, no, I just want to catch up, bro. What's up? And then they're so happy and it makes their day and we have a good conversation. But it's so surprising to them because that's how society is nowadays. You only hit someone up when you need something. It takes pretty much 0 effort on my part. It takes 5 seconds to send that text and then it makes their entire day. And it makes my day. And who knows, maybe one of your friends is going through something you know nothing about and they really need that text. Maybe you changed their life. Maybe you saved their life. Regardless, you're going to make their day and have a good conversation with 0 effort on your part. Stop double texting that person that's clearly not interested and start texting a friend to catch up. Change their whole day. Quick physique update. Now we're on to incline Smith, warming up with the bar and then 1 actual warm-up set and then 2 sets to failure. This is my favorite movement for building that upper chest shelf. And let me know what topics you want me to cover or questions you want me to answer in between sets whenever I do these videos, because I'd love to help you guys out and provide some value on whatever you guys are wondering. I'm a bit upset I went down in strength a little bit on this set. I did not do as many reps as I usually do. To combat the lack of calories, I need to be getting more sleep. But being slightly weaker on the cut is completely normal. You have lower energy, you don't feel as good. But we have to combat that as much as possible and make sure we're pushing with maximum intensity. So I'm going to get better sleep because I only got about 7 hours last night, and I may start to increase the calories. We'll see. Like everything else in life, it's all about adjusting and adapting as you go. While I'm finishing these sets, let's go over the 3 words that changed my life and helped me accomplish every goal I've set that everybody has heard, but not many people truly understand the power of. Trust the process. You have to build the plan, deciding the input you're going to put in and the actions you're going to take to make success inevitable. And then you have to completely forget about the goal, forget about the results. Because it's going to take longer than you think, it's going to be harder than you think, and you're not going to see results as soon as you think. And if you're focused on results, you immediately switch up the plan, and that's the problem. People switch up the plan as soon as it gets hard. They go to the next plan, and then the next,
and then the next. No matter what path you take, if it's something worth having, it's going to be hard. So whenever I was crashing out thinking, I'm not going to get into Harvard, I'm not going to build that physique, I'm not going to build that social media following, whatever it was, I always tell myself, put your head down and do the work. I don't need to wonder about my dream physique. All I need to focus on is this rep right here. Be in the moment and focus on the current baby step, and the results will take care of themselves. With that, we're checking out the physique real quick, seeing the abs, feeling good. Now we're on to lat pull down, doing one warm-up set and then 2 sets to failure. As you guys can see, I do one warm-up set and then 2 sets to failure for pretty much every single exercise. Low volume, high intensity equals maximum gains. For years I did way more volume, but my gains blew up when I dropped the volume and raised the intensity to always hitting failure. As for rep range, I always do 6 to 12 reps for every set. But this is not a huge deal. So many people obsess over the exact number of reps they should be doing. It doesn't make a major difference. The most important thing is intensity. The most important thing is you're not doing anything crazy like always doing 1 rep maxes or doing 30 reps every set. And while I always aim for 6 to 12 because that is ideal for muscle gain, I'll occasionally mess up and only hit 5 or hit more than 12. And that's okay. As a reminder, this is what the last few reps of your set to failure should look like. This plus protein equals 99% of the formula for gaining muscle. The uncertainty of success is what makes it hard, but it's also exactly what makes it feel so great in the end. If everyone knew if I do exactly this, I will get this result, then everyone would do it. It'd be so easy and it wouldn't even feel that gratifying. It's the doubt, it's the uncertainty, it's the thinking, is this worth it? Am I doing all this for nothing? That's what makes it feel so great in the end, knowing all of it paid off. Knowing that you didn't see that light at the end of the tunnel and you kept pushing anyways. So yes, it's scary to think I could put in all this work and it could all lead to nothing. But that's what's gonna make it feel so great in the end when you make it. And as I always say over and over again in pretty much all of my videos, I'd be totally okay with putting in 100% and failing. I can sleep at night knowing, hey, I gave it my all, that was a good story, it just wasn't possible. But yeah, stop being mad about the uncertainty. That's why everyone else is gonna quit and that's why you're gonna keep going. If you're able to keep marching through the dark without seeing light at the end of the tunnel, you're gonna make it while everyone else quits. Now we're back to chest, hitting flat Smith machine, 1 warm-up and then just 1 set to failure. Warming up with 2 plates and then we're on to 3 plates. I actually like the machine chest press even more. That's my favorite chest exercise. It has the range of motion of dumbbells with the stability of the Smith machine. But unfortunately at Harvard Gym, I've maxed out the chest press machine and do like 20 reps per set. So I have to switch to the flat Smith. Now as I always do with chest, after I'm done with presses, I finish up with flies. First I do 1 set to failure of low to high flies to hit the upper chest. Since we've hit chest a lot, no warm-up set, straight into it. Imagine bringing your biceps together. I don't know about you guys, but chest pumps, specifically from chest flies, are my favorite pump of any muscle of any exercise. Nothing compares to the look and feel of a good chest pump. I love progress in the gym for a lot of reasons. It's linear, it's not based on luck, it's not based on other people. It's a perfect foundation for every other goal in your life. Of all goals, it's one of the most straightforward. The more you put in, the more you get out. You train hard, you eat healthy, you sleep good, and you will see results. It's only a matter of time. It's just science. Yes, there are somewhat ups and downs, but for all goals, it's pretty linear. Because no one can take it from you, and it's not reliant on other people, and it's not reliant on luck. So no matter what's going on in my life, I always have that foundation of at least my gym progress is going good. At least my bench is going up, or at least my abs are looking better. And that sets the tone for the rest of your goals. Just need to apply that same discipline. And if you get it, you get it. Gym progress is just something different. And now I'm finishing up chest with high to low flies to hit the mid to lower chest. No warm up, 1 set to failure. I usually do 2 sets to failure of pec deck instead of 1 set to failure of low to high and 1 set to failure of high to low, but this gym doesn't have a pec deck. I'll make a video in the future of how I structure my chest days, how I've built my chest, and how I increase my bench to 425 pounds while still prioritizing chest growth, while staying lean enough to have abs, because I always said I wanted to bench 4 plates naturally while still having my 6-pack, and that's what I did. And I'll make a video on an at-home chest workout. As you can see, this fly is very similar to a pressing movement. Bend your arms as they go back, straighten as they go forward, just like on the pec deck. Quick physique check, I started the bulk around 235 pounds and I'm down to about 209 pounds. A few of you guys asked me how to get through heartbreak. There are 2 things you need to do. Because I went through a heartbreak, it was really hard, but I learned a lot from it. Number 1, focus on yourself so much and put in so much work into yourself and your goals that you don't even have time to think about them. You're locked in on yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually and chasing all your goals. Because it's not gonna work if you just say, I'm not gonna think about them. No, you have to replace those thoughts with something else. And that needs to be a goal, a direction. Chase something. Build your dream physique, build a side hustle, lock in on school, lock in on your mind, body, soul, everything. And lock in on your relationships, your friends, your family, your loved ones. And number 2, don't trust your thoughts about your life past 9 p.m. Just go to bed, bro. When the sun goes down and it's quiet and it's midnight, you're thinking about all the great memories, how great times used to be now. Go to sleep now, wake up tomorrow, rejuvenated and ready to conquer the day. So go to sleep early and chase your goals. And this is part of focusing on yourself, but really focus on your relationships. Now we're finishing up back by hitting the upper back. I usually do a T-bar row, but this gym does not have that, but the most important part of hitting the upper back is having your elbows flared. So as you can see, I chose an attachment where my palms are down and my elbows are flared out. 1 warm-up, 2 sets to failure of the upper back row. Back is always super intense because you can always squeeze out a few cheat reps where you swing the weight back. So yes, my form breaks down as you can see, but make sure you do this carefully. In 7 years of lifting, I've never had any serious injuries. And it's partly luck, of course, but it's also because I never do a cheat rep beyond what is safe. And if I feel any tweak or pain that's not regular, I will end that exercise. The vast majority of lifting injuries are from people breaking form or feeling a tweak and trying to push through. It takes discipline to know when to stop. Here's another good clip of what it means to push to failure.
Now popping off the shirt and checking out the physique. Feeling pretty good, but a long ways to go in this cut. I have a love-hate relationship with the cut. On one hand, I find it so much easier to gain weight. I've never struggled to eat enough food. I love food. On the other hand, the challenge and the reward of looking better and better every week is so fun. What do you guys think? Which is easier or harder, and which is more fun, bulk or cut? I would say the cut is harder, but it's also more fun.
In one of my videos, I said you shouldn't think of life as a competition. A lot of people hated that, and a lot of people were confused. But I don't view life as a competition. I don't think you should either. And I think the most successful people don't. Viewing life as a competition means comparing yourself to other people. And it means being bitter at their success. Instead, I have a we're all gonna make it mentality. We're all headed to the top together. I'm gonna clap for their success. It's not gonna take away from mine. Yes, certain things are competitions. Only so many people can get into a certain school or get a certain job. But ultimately, you should block that out and only compare yourself to your past self. That's all I think about. Am I better than I was yesterday? And that keeps you from getting distracted by other people or clout or status or all this other stupid stuff. And it also makes you so much happier because you're not getting jealous of other people's success. Their success does not take away from yours.
Now we're back at the door. I'm gonna check out the physique one more time. But as I keep saying, so much further to go. Gotta look absolutely insane this summer. And who knows, maybe I'll step on stage and compete at the end of this cut. Regardless, taking it one day at a time and having fun with the process. I really appreciate you guys joining me on this journey. Alright, now I've changed into a comfy fit, ready to get some studying done and then get to bed. First, gotta have my protein shake, of course, from Gorilla Mind. This is my favorite protein powder. The blueberry muffin actually slaps. And if you use discount code MAXP to save 10% at Gorilla Mind and support my page, please let me know so I can thank you personally. Thank you so much to everyone using it. Really appreciate you guys. 2 scoops of that. And yeah, that was a pretty good lift. Pretty good pump. Really excited. As always, please like, subscribe, comment if you have any questions, and most importantly, stay locked in because we're all headed to the top together.